okay?
Hold on.
Dude,
Show him the face.
Dude, nice. That's bad advice.
What's your advice?
Hold on. Let's listen to her advice real quick.
Bitches. What do you?
Hold on. Listen.
So it's somebody watching. It's a man watching this right now, right? He don't get no bitches. What do you gotta say to him? Like, help him out.
Just be more confident and get yourself a little glow up.
That's bad advice, bro.
What?
Word too. Nice. That's bad advice.
What's your advice?
How come that's bad
You a
advice?
man, bro. You don't need a glow, bro. All you gotta do.
I said it here, but I'll say it again. It's bad advice because, for one, if any advice that a girl gives you about getting her is usually wrong, especially if the girl doesn't know herself first. Meaning, if the girl doesn't respect herself and she doesn't know who she is before she's giving out advice to a man of how to get her, that's wrong. Because here, I'm gonna break it down even more. Girls who give advice are usually giving you advice from a diluted and from a foggy standpoint, meaning they're either coming from a perspective of hurt and like they still have to like heal. I know like the healing word is like controversial, but when I say heal, like girls who are under 20 and have had more sex than with one guy, like if they've had sex with multiple men, they already are in a state where they're fucked up. Because women, you have to understand that women, they're not meant to fuck and have sexual intercourse with as many people as men do. And even though that sounds like red pill and stuff, even though we don't promote red pill over here, it's just like we're basing it off of like the mind. Like the reason that a woman is not supposed to fuck as many guys as a man is supposed to fuck women is because it fucks with her head more than it fucks with a man's head. A man can fuck multiple women and it doesn't do something psychologically. But when a woman gets fucked by multiple men, it does something psychologically. So tying back into the point why you shouldn't take advice from girls on how to get women is because they're usually coming from a place of like hurt. They're coming from a place of like messed up psychologically, so they can't think straight. So you're always better to take advice from a man who gets women and gets women without money. Not hating on anything against money, because you always need to get money, you always need to be on your purpose, but a man who can get women with or without money is a man who knows how to get women. I'm not saying you're more of a man or less of a man, because women doesn't also make you a man. Purpose makes you a man, and how you know, and if you know who you are, makes you a man. But if you're able to get women with or without money, those are the best type of men to listen to get game. So the first you heard in the video, the first thing she said was, I said, hey baby, if you watching this right now, if a young man watching this who's as a virgin, he doesn't know how to get women, he's nervous and shy, what is your best advice to him? Her first thing was to say, get a glow up. Now I already said, don't take advice from women, like, unless you can tell that she's a mature woman, she respects herself, she knows who she is, then you can take some advice, because she'll probably be telling you the truth. But the glow up thing, like, are you serious right now? Like
How'd she even come up with that?
Women do not understand this, bro. I tell you, if you're watching this and you're a man or a woman, you can be ugly and still get women. There's no such thing as a glow up for a man. Yeah, I said it. There's no such thing as a glow up for a man. There's only such thing as a man getting on his purpose. There's only such thing as a man taking time to himself and figuring out who he is. Because the moment you know yourself, what the fuck can a girl tell you about you that'll throw you off your pivot? Like, if you go up to a girl and you ask for a number and she rejects you, it's like, I already spent mad time figuring out who I am as a man. Like, I know why I'm on earth. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm doing, and I know who I am. And I've been with me for this long. So for you to not want me, it's like you missing out on getting to know me. I don't like how people, like, if you watch Fresh and Fit, like, they'll go around the panel and they'll ask girls, like, what do you rate yourself 1 through 10? They'll all say 10. And then they'll say, So you don't think there's any room for improvement? They'll all say no. I don't think that is a good way and a healthy way to think, because thinking like that and having confidence is really different. I don't even believe in confidence. I believe in knowing who you are. You feel me? If you know who you are and you're an ugly man, you can get any girl who you want, because it's the type of energy that you carry when you walk up to a girl and you say, "Hi, I'm Dylan," or "Hi," you say my name, "What's your name?" "I was just walking up to you for this reason." You can throw in a little smoothness and charisma to throw them off, to get you like, remember, like, "I was walking up to you for this reason." You feel me? Look at them in their eyes. Talk low. I'm bad at thinking of lines off the dome.
So what do you
I'm
do?
usually doing it off. I usually go off like what she looks like, basically. I try not to compliment her, but it's okay to compliment her. Just like make it at least so it's not a surface level compliment. Like the most surface level I'll get is I'll compliment her eyes, and I won't just say I like your eyes. Like the best thing to do, like the most ideal thing to do would be to master and stuff would be to say, "Oh, I like your eyes," but then tell her why you like them. Like, "I like your eyes because of the way that," you feel me? Like when I looked in your eyes, and when we caught each other's eye contact, you showed me that you were kind. Like your eyes give off that kind type of energy. It looks like you can, take care of the family, take care of the house. She'll probably laugh a little bit, but I just got a DoorDash for her. You think I should take it?
Hell no. You crazy? 5 miles, $8?
Yeah, that's bad.
No way.
But so then the second thing, so she said glow up. I would switch that to knowing who you are. Maybe look in the mirror and just like find a way to smile every day, bro. Like that's really what it is. Because like at the end of the day, like if you're smiling, nobody can really say shit to you. Like if you not even smiling, if you know who you are, nobody can say shit. And then the second thing was she said glow up, and she said be confident. So the second one was pretty on point. But the only reason I'm gonna put you on, the only reason she could have said the craziest tips. I would never tell her that they were good tips. It's just my sense of humor. Like when I'm with a girl and she's laying up on me and she's looking up to me, like looking in my eyes, I'm never gonna let her know that she was giving good tips. It's my channel.
Break that down. Why? What do you think? What's the purpose of doing that? What do you think it does?
She's on my YouTube channel and she doesn't own it. I own it. So that's the first thing. I'm the one giving good tips. She's not. Even if they were good tips, all right, I'll break it down. I know what you mean. So for one, it is a 30% pride. Like 30% of it is made up of a pride thing. As a man, I'm prideful and I'm proud in giving my people who watch me advice. And then that's only like 20-30%. And then the remainder of it is throwing the girl off her pivot. That's the number one. You need to throw her off. You ask her a question that direct. You ask her, a woman, a direct question. For example, what do you want to eat? Most girls won't know what they want to eat, but for example, let's just say she did. You ask her a direct question like that. She tells you what she wants to eat. You can, the type of game to do that I have is when she answers that direct question, I'm going to give her an answer that isn't boring. So I'm going to answer her like, oh, say she wants salmon and rice to eat for dinner tonight. I'm going to make a comment about the food that she just made. I'm going to say something, oh, you like salmon and rice? What made you like salmon and rice? Like, I'm going to keep it going on because I guess it's just like you're just not being a boring person. You're just keeping her entertained. You're keeping her talking. If I was to just say, oh, okay, now it's silent. Now no one's saying anything. Now the room is quiet. Now.
So if you feel like, if you agree with what she says, it just makes it like boring, and she kind of like that don't
it's no substance.
You agreeing to her don't really add anything to the conversation.
Yeah, it's all about substance is the key word. When you're with the woman and you want her to, and you want to leave if you want to walk out of the door, say you sleep over a woman's house and you want to walk out of the house, with her thinking about you, the key thing to do is substance. You need to fill the room with substance. You need to fill the conversation with substance. You know, go deep. Taekwondo says this: go deep, not wide. And what is that?
Okay.
With that,
Break that down.
that means that. Shout out to Taekwondo, because if you really want to know, go he'll break it down good. But from my perspective, it's deep morals, purpose, passions, questions about herself. Think about it like this: her skin is the wall. Outside of the skin is external. Inside of her skin is internal. Going deep means you attack the internal. That's all it is. You're attacking what's inside of her skin. Her heart, what she feels in her heart, what she thinks in her mind, why she feels that way, why she thinks that way. Girls are very emotional. Ask her why she feels a certain way. That's how you go deep. But don't get that fucked up with being friendly and being her friend. That's where you get it twisted. Friends listen to what girls say. Why you feel like that? What made you feel like that? Those are good questions for substance building and getting her to like you even more. But once she answers why she feels like that, don't sit there like this. Oh, okay. Like a therapist. You're not a therapist. You're not her friend. Throw her off. Get her off her pivot. Going back to the beginning. Just throw something smooth in there. Like, just be like, hold on, pause the situation. I just had to pause what you were saying real quick, baby. I was just looking in your eyes real quick. Why are your eyes looking at me like that? Who made your eyes that pretty? You feel me? Throw it off. You feel me? Now, what friend says that? Like, she automatically knows you're not her friend. And if you want to get even deeper in it, say you've been talking to the girl for like a month and you got to know each other pretty good. Instead of saying like the eyes thing, you can just out of nowhere just put your hand on her thigh. Now you fucked the whole head up. What therapist puts, you feel me? Like, you need to be able to separate it. But if you can master those two things, when talking to a girl, substance, so that it's not boring. The point of substance with a girl is so that she doesn't get bored.
Mm-hmm.
The point of being smooth, charismatic, and throwing in that little, like sauce in there, is to prevent her from her thinking that you're her friend. So you want to prevent being boring, and you want to prevent being her friend. If you can prevent being boring and her friend, you're an interest. Now what's the opposite of boring? Interesting. What's the opposite of a friend? A man who she knows can fuck her. Now you're an interesting man who can fuck her.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think where a lot of men go wrong, they try to add substance, but then they kind of come off as like friendly and stuff, because it's very hard to really hear a woman out and then like not try to offer a solution to it, or not try to really listen and offer her practical solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess so what you're saying is hear her out, but instead of offering her a solution, offer her another problem. Throw her off. Do something unique.
That's a good ass quote from Steroid right there. Write that down. And I also will phrase it again. You're not here to solve her problems. You don't ask those deep questions to give her a solution. She doesn't want one, bro. A secret: women do not want their problems to be solved. They like feeling them. Like, they like just being in there. It just stimulates them. Unless it's like a really crazy problem, like life or death, like then you hop in and it's action, no talking. I'm not talking to you about your problems. This is what I'm going to do to help you with your problem. But the point of asking the deep question to a woman is to get to know her. Like, people get it fucked up. Like, that's where freaks and weirdos come in. Like, creeps. Like you be looked at as like a creepy guy, is if your sole intention is to fuck her. That can be your intention, and that can be your sole intention. But where a lot of creeps mess up is creeps don't know how to portray themselves as a man who doesn't want to just fuck her. You need to be able to portray yourself as a man. Like, you need to go into a conversation with a woman genuinely trying to get to know her. Why are you talking to the girl if you don't want to get to know her? Don't even go at women if you don't want to get to know them. If I see a bad woman walking by who looks good with a fat ass, she has a pretty face, long hair, I'm going up to her because she caught my attention and I'm interested in her. I'm gonna show her that I'm interested in her. That's where a lot of these, because I used to watch the Red Pill a lot too. They say don't show her that you're too interested. That's not the case. This is life. This is humans. We were put on the planet to be interested in each other. I'm gonna go up to her, and I'm not saying go up to a girl and say, oh, I was in my car and I just seen that you had a fat ass and long hair and I'm coming over here because I'm interested in you. Now that's straightforward, and some girls might actually like that, but that's not what I'm saying do. I'm saying be genuine with your interactions with women. Don't go there, don't go over her house, and you can't go 1 minute without thinking about how am I gonna get her pants off? How am I gonna get her to lay on her back? If you keep on thinking that, bro, you're not gonna get it done, because that's just not how it goes, bro. You're going to be manifesting nervous energy because you're nervous. You're not being genuine. When you're genuine, you can never be nervous if you're being genuine.
Speaking about that, a lot of things, John Zerka, if you guys know who he is, obviously
Shout out John Zerka.
He's a little extreme. Shout out John Zerka, though. Christ is king. He says a lot of it, 80-90% of that shit is kind of bringing her anxiety level down. And if you overthinking in your head, like, oh, what am I going to say next? What am I going to do? How am I going to get her like this? How am I going to get her like this? I dealt with that problem for a while, too. But because what I didn't understand is that when you're thinking like that, you might think it's only in your head, bro, but you got to understand, we as humans have evolved with each other for millions of years. Do you really think that a woman can't tell if you're nervous or you're anxious, even if you don't say it, bro? Me and Dylan did sales for a while. The first thing they teach you in sales, 90% of communication has nothing to do with talking, bro. Just because you're saying it in your head and you're not talking it, outwardly, she hears you, she can pick up on that stuff subconsciously. And if you raise her anxiety and you make her uncomfortable just by thinking some shit like that, it's not gonna work out the way you want it to, man.
Your thoughts are one of the most powerful things that you have. Bro, that's why when I say when you're with a girl, don't think. Be genuine. What do you have to think for if you're being genuine? Come on now. And it's just a girl, bro. It's not life or death. Why are you using all your brain power if you're not in a situation where someone has a gun to your face? Or when you're not in a situation where, this decision is so important that if I make the wrong move, I'm going to go bankrupt and my family's going to starve. You're not in a life or death situation. You're with a girl. You're chilling with a girl, bro. She's human, bro. She wakes up and has to brush her teeth just like you. At the end of the day, yeah, she wants you to fuck her and she wants you to make her pussy wet, but it's just as important as making her pussy wet? Being a person that she likes being around, like a person, like be a human being who gives off when she's with you, she's happy. When she's with you, she's smiling,
Yeah, bro.
you gotta do that, man.
That's all there really is to it, man.
And yeah, should we break down this video a little more?
Dead ass serious, bro. All you gotta do is you gotta know that no matter what happens.
Because I just said that.
25.
Huh?
25. What
Don't play
people?
with them.
What people?
So look, let's break this down real quick. Look at her finger.
Bro, I wish we need to get some
I can probably pull up a
real
picture
YouTube.
off my
Hold on,
phone.
pause it for a second.
Yeah, what is
You
she
gotta
doing,
get
bro?
some real those people that analyze body language and shit.
Yeah,
This would be a crazy video to do that to.
it would. All right.
Cause there's definitely some shit happening that we're not even picking up on right now.
Look at her finger, okay?
I can probably pull up a picture off my phone
Yeah, what is she laughing about?
or get the picture from my mother. But she's probably asleep right now, but I can
I thought
still
you
get
said
it.
you was from the DR.
No, I went over there when I was a baby.
For real.
Hold on, I went too back. Just keep watching.
Yeah.
Alright,
she
pause
give
it.
me, yo, chill.
I want to see what I'm
Fucking
saying.
with my
Hold on,
people.
pause
They
it
my
down, pause it down.
What?
Alright, now go back. Look at this, bro. Subtle disrespect, instantly shot down, bro. That's what you gotta do.
No, I went over there when I was a baby.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave me, yo, chill. Fucking with my people. They're my people.
What
Don't play
people?
with them.
What people?
Yo, they all fuck with me. I fuck with them.
Look, I shut down her dish. Look, I said, yo, what are you doing? Low, calm voice. I'm not mad at you, baby. You didn't alter my emotions. I'm not a bitch. You didn't make me angry. I'm just checking. Yo, you fucking with my people. With a calm voice. She was laughing while I was checking her. She was smiling. She enjoyed getting checked. It made her pussy wet. And I did it I have a video on Real Talk DJT from 2 years ago where I was like, I had no experience with women, and I made a video titled How to Handle Women Disrespecting You. And in there I said a completely different reason than what I'm going to say right now. You handle women, the way you check women correctly is you lower your voice and you check them with a little bit of, you got to check the woman smoothly. Like, you check her with charisma. Like, everything comes down to that, bro. It comes down to how serious you take it, bro. Like I said, it's not a life or death situation. Like I said, when you're with the woman, you want her to be happy. Like I said, you want to make her smile. Like I said, women wake up in the morning and they have to pee, poop, and brush their teeth just like men. They're human. It's not life or death, not that serious. When you check a woman, yo, what'd you just say? Look at her in her eyes. Have a little smirk. What'd you just say? And if she starts laughing and she doesn't take you serious, stop smiling. Now I'm serious. Now she'll like fuck with her and then just be like, yeah, just don't do that again, baby, before I grab your neck and do something to you. Come on. You have to fuck with her head. She'll be like, shut. If you got a really aggressive girl, cause I've dealt with the most aggressive women, bro.
But to be fair, most women are aggressive like that now.
Nowadays they are.
This is really important.
Yeah. We both dealt with aggressive women, bro. What I've noticed too is it's kind of time. Let me know if you live in the United States. Let me know if you agree with me or not. Girls from up north. Hold up, that's my Grubhub. Let's see if it's a good order.
No, that order's terrible.
So let me know if you live in the U.S. Let me know if you agree. What I know is girls from down south are less aggressive than girls from up north.
Shut the fuck up, Dylan.
Than girls from
Are you serious right now?
Nah, I'm dead. I'm serious.
He must have never been to Atlanta, bro.
925 for 5 miles.
Where? Where's the house? Quinsigamond Village? Where is that?
It's 5 miles away. I think I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, might as well.
So,
but you're hilarious if you just said girls from down south are less aggressive than ones from up north.
We can talk about it. Think like New York. Think New York. Think Massachusetts. You know how Massachusetts, just people are more like mad.
That's bull, bro. Atlanta
people
girls
from down south are more like people in general are in better moods. The sun's out. They don't have to deal with snow. They're just happier. I think girls from down south, they're more like, they be on more ghetto, like, gangster shit. But
and,
that
and
doesn't...
you don't, like, that's not the same thing as aggressive to you?
No. It's similar to aggressive, but the thing with the up north girls is they're aggressive and they're mean. Like they're, like, mean. Like they think they try to be, like, they beg for a man like me, like a man to check them.
I don't know, bro.
So I've dealt with a girl.
Every girl I've had up north has been way less aggressive than when I went to Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, I've dealt with
Not
a girl.
even close.
I've dealt with a girl from CT, so Connecticut. I've dealt with a girl from Massachusetts. I've dealt with that girl who thinks she's from I guess she's from New York, but they were all so aggressive. So I just say that to say, just let us know if you agree in the comments. But
yeah, man. Let us know your opinion in the comments, bro.
But yeah. So I'm like used to that. Like, I'm not used to dealing with a kind, soft girl. I'm used to dealing with an aggressive one. And girl, like the Fresh and Fit podcast, they say that they hate aggressive girls. I used to think like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's just what I love about life. Life allows you to change your mind. People say like you need to just have the same mindset forever. I agree with that to an extent. Like, your principles and your morals should not change too much. You have a little room. But you're like the best thing about life is you can look back like 2 years ago. I thought this way and now I think this way. Like you can learn shit. And like about like 6 months ago, my thought process was just like the red, like fresh and like Myron. Shout out to Myron Gaines, man. But it was like Myron's. Like I would just think that I hate aggressive girls, but if I hate aggressive girls, to me it just shows a little like bitchiness in me. Like
I never
like
say that
girls.
because, bro, what you guys gotta realize, bro, is when girls are aggressive, bro, all girls are really the same. All that aggressive stuff is just really like an extra step. It's a wall they put up off of some shit that happened that you don't know about earlier on, and they're just protecting themselves. And you know, people like to criticize, people like to bash on women, bro. Yeah, we'll go. But what people don't understand, bro, is that if you was that girl, bro, if you was put in that spot, you probably end up the same way. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame them. You just gotta adapt to it. So yeah,
bro,
that's all it is,
girls,
bro.
That's true, but he said, bro, girls are aggressive because they want you to check them.
Yeah.
Which is like, I get what Myron's saying. Myron doesn't have time to check them, but last time I checked, it takes me less than 10 seconds to check them. I don't have to wait. If the angle's messed up, my fault. But look, I'm about to tell Aiden something that we just want to get his raw reaction, okay? Well, look, I was with this. So remember that girl I was with? And we're not going to tell them who it is, but with that girl I was with. She grabbed my hand while we were laying in the bed. She put it on her neck, and she told me to like choke her. So I started choking her, and I said, just let me know when it's too hard. She said, it's not too hard at all. She said, choke me, and then I'll like tap your hand before I'm about to like stop breathing. I swear, bro. So I choked her, and I choked her mad hard, and then she tapped my hand, and like when I went go, like it wasn't like her face just looked like she was just smiling the whole time. So like, how do you feel about that? Like, why do you think that girls like being choked? Or go a little deeper, like break that down.
I can go super deep on it. If you want to go super deep, it's kind of like, it's just a demonstration of like competence. So
okay,
every girl wants a guy who is physically competent. That's why women are attracted to people who are strong, people who are aggressive and dominant. A lot of people get mad because they see guys like talking crazy to girls and talking bad about them, and they're like, oh, why don't they just be nice? Why don't they just do this? And it's like, there's a point where it's too far. I mean, obviously, you know, you can be a gentleman too, but it's better to display that you have that aggression, that you have that like rage, and that you can take that out if you need to, and then to be able to control it, and then to be able to be a gentleman. And that's infinitely better than simply being a gentleman and being like kind of like docile because you have no other choice. It's a difference. So I mean, girls just like that because it's showing like competence. Like every girl likes a strong man.
Yeah, but all right. So now, but why do you think that she like? Why do you think she wanted me to almost kill her with my hand? Like, why do you think she went so extreme?
That's just what they like. That's like if you ask a girl like, I want you to go in the kitchen and like cook for me until I'm hungry. That's like a girl talking to her friend and being like, oh my god, I can't believe why he asked me that. And it's like, bro, it's just because that's what's attractive. What's attractive. That should, like, to a man, that would show. Every man wants a woman who like they can see raising children and raising a family and being very, you know, having mother-like qualities. So when a girl is doing things like that, like, it's attractive. And if just the reverse of that is a girl wants a man who can show, you know, husband-like qualities, be protective, be able to protect her, and when he shows those qualities, even if it's on her, like, it's attractive to her because it shows that like he's capable of like protecting her. And that's really just how it is when you break it down. So
have you ever done that with your hand?
With like, have I ever choked a girl?
With that watch on too?
With this, I don't know if I've done it with the watch on. Wait, actually, I don't think I have, but I've definitely like choked a girl. Like I've never met a girl who didn't like being choked, but like it's not like, I don't know, it's so awkward talking about it, because like to me or to like another man, like it sounds weird as fuck, bro. Like what the fuck, like you're choking a girl, what? But it's like, I don't know, it feels weird, but that's just what girls like to do.
Do you like, I like doing it to girls too.
Yeah, I like doing it to girls. I just, talking about it to another, like a man, is like sometimes it's kind of
what do you gotta say to the men who like they're still hesitant on like they haven't yet convinced themselves, like they're not confident enough to choke a girl?
Bro, I'll just be, maybe I did fumble or maybe I didn't, but I remember I lost a girl I really liked because I was too hesitant and too indecisive, and I didn't understand why, because I would always come to a conclusion at the end, but it's literally the exact same shit as like the choking stuff. Like, they want a man who's like dominant and strong and able to protect, but also like is very like dependable, like right away. Like no woman likes to see her man kind of like, oh, I don't know if I should do this, I don't do that. Like she wants you to be very like, decisive. This is what I write, like right away, decisive. Yeah. And I remember the girl actually told me, she was like, Aiden, you're so indecisive.
Who? What's the code name?
In Jamaica. So
her? Okay.
But that's the, bro, a lot of times like the girl doesn't even realize that's what's fucking it up. Like she'll just not be attracted to you, and you don't know why, and she doesn't know why. Nobody knows, but that's the real reason, and that's what you guys gotta start understanding, bro. You guys gotta understand, bro. People like you say this shit, and people are like, oh, dude, no girl in her head is thinking about, you know, you killing somebody or like being dominant, or like no girl in her head is super analyzing what you say. Of course they're not. It's subconscious, bro. It happens without you. For most people, it happens without you or her knowing it. All I'm saying is that, and I remember, bro, I remember I explained this shit one time to one of my roommates in Atlanta, and he was like, bro, Aiden, do you really walk around like thinking like that all the time? And I told him, I said, no, bro. But it's just shit that you gotta learn and you gotta understand, because, bro, then when something happens to you that you wanna, it gives you the explanation why. Now you know why it happened. You go into this type of information, you go into these teachings when you have the need to explain something that happened and for you to grow from an experience. I'm not saying you should walk around thinking, how can I be dominant? How can I be this? No, bro, because that fucks it up. You're thinking too much. That goes into the indecisive stuff. You just gotta, you gotta get to a point where it feels natural. So don't think about it all the time. But I'm saying, just be educated to the point where if you ever have to know why something's happening, or if you ever have to analyze a situation, you at least know how. So it's more like that. It's not just don't. It's a very thin line between knowing your stuff and analyzing it so much to the point where you come off like creepy. It's a very thin line. You have to be able to walk that line, especially with women, because a big thing when you're with a girl is anxiety. I used to fuck this up all the time. I was thinking in my head so much about what I was gonna say, what I was gonna do, and if somebody just listened to maybe like an audio recording of what I was saying, they wouldn't think anything of it. But what people don't understand, what they don't see, my body language is all fucked up, right? Because she's talking to me, and I'm thinking, instead of me hearing her, I'm thinking, what am I gonna say next? How can I let me sit up straight, or how can I be more whatever? And it just, that fucks everything up, bro. And like I said, she doesn't even know that shit. Her anxiety is rising. She's like, oh, what the fuck is this guy doing? And she doesn't even know what she doesn't know she doesn't know why she feels that way. But that's why, bro, you gotta have the leg up and at least understand why. So when you catch yourself overthinking, and be like, hold on, let me just chill out and listen to what she's saying, bro.
And to dive a little deeper into what Aiden said, they made it in 2023 so that like men and women think too hard, and they don't they don't interact anymore. You don't.
Yes.
You're not. The reason that is because of all this information going into your head, like these type of videos, bro. Click like men and women nowadays think too hard. That's why there's so many. I would argue that that's why there's so many like relationships that don't work out, and that like men and women have been like at war, sadly, for the past like what, probably
And
like
it's
5
sad,
years, because
and it's so much in your head that we're fighting over shit that isn't even real. It's
Yes.
more speculation than it is reality, bro. You guys gotta understand.
the truth will always reveal itself too. You don't have to think about it too much.
That's the key.
You'll be
You can't
revealed.
think about it too much. You gotta understand that if you think about and analyze women, like, if you think about and analyze women too much, you're gonna, like, you're fucking the whole game up, bro. It's just some shit you should know. You should be aware of it, but you shouldn't go into it like that. For example, right? You should use it to make educated decisions. The first time I came familiar with this concept, I'll explain it, right? I remember I was talking to someone about divorce, right? I was saying, oh, well, I don't really want to get married in America because 50%, over 50%. The fuck? I thought Dylan almost just got in a car crash.
What? This is a big ass truck.
Over-
Let me go.
My argument was, well, over 50%
Yo, bro,
of
this
marriages
truck's fucking
end in divorce, and that's talking normal. If we're assuming I marry a black woman, because most races like to date within their race, the stats for the black people are way worse than the average, right? I'd say 65% of black marriages end in divorce. So that was my argument, and the people who I was talking to would say to me, well, Aiden, do you really want to go into a marriage thinking about that? Do you really want to live your life based off just like numbers and data? And I was like, do I really want to do that? And the conclusion I came to is, no, I don't. You know, nobody does. Nobody wants to go on a date with a woman and overanalyze everything she says to try to come off the most dominant, to try to come off the most masculine. You know, she's a person at the end of the day. So I'm not saying go in there based off of numbers, be like, oh, women are all fucked up now based off of studies and shit. And when you're not even talking to women, but now you're like, oh, they're all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact, man. Fuck.
That's not what you should be doing. All I'm saying is that be aware of the situations, right? Love a woman for who she is. Love everything she does. Get to know her. Don't be on guard all the time. And then when you think about, should I marry this girl? That's when you say, well, how's the best way I could go about this? You know what I'm saying? Go on a date with the girl, get her number, do everything, you know, just be natural with her. But, you know, at the same time, if you're getting results, if things are happening that you don't necessarily agree with, or it's a result you're not happy with, then that's when you dive into those stuff and you ask yourself that question. But you gotta make sure you don't overdose on it, bro. Keep that shit in moderation, because you'll end up just overanalyzing women and it'll just come off as weird, bro. And that's why a lot of red pill people have, you know, the reputation of incels and stuff like that. It's not because these people are any weirder than the average person, but it's because they spend more time analyzing women than they do just enjoying a woman's presence. And that's where you're going wrong. Always make sure, always ground yourself. Don't live. Life is not ones and zeros and statistics. They can aid you in your decision, but that's not reality.
Fuck their head up. You just fucked the head up.
That's what you gotta realize, bro.
Yo,
It's
I'm not gonna lie,
reality,
bro. Take one thing you just said. They're spending more time analyzing instead of enjoying. Bro, go out there, be yourself, and have an experience with women, bro. And then you can give some short advice here and there on women. This is how I experienced them. This is how you handle that situation, bro. You got a little brother who your mom just pushed out of her, and you care about him a lot. He grows up and he gets cheated on. He comes to you for advice. Yo, this is what you do. Don't hate women, though. That's a lot of the men's thing, bro. They get cheated on, now they hate women. How you gonna hate women, bro?
But you know how? It's because you look at it. If you look at the statistics for how many women initiate divorce, how much women cheat, stuff like that, you'll probably hate women. But that's not how you should be looking at it, bro. Because imagine you went to a place where 80% of women were gold diggers, whatever, and then a different guy's in the same place as you, never looked at those stats, went out and found a good woman. Well, then it's kind of relative, because for him, 0% of women are gold diggers, because the only woman he's ever talked to, she was fine. She was perfectly fine. And, you know, that just saved him so much mental, like, fucking fogginess and just work and strain and stress. And it's just, bro, sometimes, bro, just go outside. Who gives a fuck if 50%, bro, most likely most women initiate divorces in marriage. Okay, well, that number's gonna be 100% if you never go outside and talk to a woman. Okay, so
go touch the grass, bro.
You gotta, it's balance, bro. Don't be stupid. Don't go out there blindly and just, you know, not have any type of understanding of how it works, bro. But at the same time, there's definitely a point where it's too much, bro. And all I'm saying is, I don't know where that line is perfectly. There's been times I've crossed over that line. There's been a lot of times, more times than I'd like to admit, where I've went on dates with women and I've just been in my head psychoanalyzing shit, bro. And it took a few awkward ass days for me to realize, bro, sometimes you just gotta chill out, bro. Stats are cool, they help you make good decisions, bro, but at the end of the day, she's another person, bro. And if you let her, she might love you.
She doesn't want to feel awkward, bro.
We for sure canvassed here before. I've knocked that house, bro.
Yeah, we probably did. She doesn't want a girl. You're trying to think of the perfect thing to say, and you're making the girl feel
bro,
awkward.
I heard Kanye say this shit one time, bro. He said people look at life like, oh, this person's testing me. It's a test, bro. Let me get the right answer to this test, bro. When's the most anxiety you've ever felt, bro? When you're taking a test, bro. So that's why people are always, if you look at this shit like, oh, they're testing me, what's the correct answer? If you look at it like it's A or B, true or false, that's when your anxiety is gonna spike up, bro. There is no correct answer. There's just what you say, bro. And if you, the correct answer is to not look at it like a test. That's the correct answer. So it's that simple.
And not look at it as a test. And the correct answer when you're with the girl is you. You're the correct answer. If you say the wrong thing, it was still correct because you learn from it, bro. You gotta say some wrong shit. And even if it's wrong, bro, if you got enough game, bro, you can twist that shit and be like, oh shit.
Bro, it's like
bullshitting, baby.
Nobody really gives a fuck about, bro.
Yeah.
How many people have you seen
bro,
go up to a girl, just be like, "What's up, bitch? Give me your number right now, bro." And then it works, bro. That's a perfect example. They don't really give a fuck. Yeah. You're wasting your time overthinking that shit because nobody really cares. It's like I said, first thing they teach you in sales, 90% of communication has nothing to do with the words that come out of your mouth. That's simple. For sure, canvas to say.
I just recorded this.